I'm standing in court for my final court date. The judge sentenced me, slammed the gavel down, the bailiffs cuffed me, and then they carried me off to prison. And that was the end of my freedom for 2 years.
Bring some weed, I got a story to tell.
From prison to prison, jail to jail, 2 years straight, nigga just survived off Mel, you know.
My life, my life, my life, my life, my life. Ain't no justice, just us.
Peace, everyone. What the deal is? I want to welcome you to the first installment of No Justice, Just Us, No Correction and Correctional Facilities, which is my video series chronologically sharing my personal journey through the New York State prison system. Before we get started, I need you to smash that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and then share this video. Now let's go. The date is Tuesday, February 12th, 2019 in Buffalo, New York. I'm standing in court for my final court date. The judge sentenced me to 2 years in prison and 3 years parole. I look back to the two ladies who were in court with me as to signify my final goodbye. The judge slammed the gavel down, the bailiffs cuffed me, and then they carried me off to prison. And that was the end of my freedom for 2 years. So let me give you a frame of reference for the rest of this story. At the time, I'm 40 years old. I'm not in a gang. I'm not selling drugs. I'm not in the streets like that. I'm an entrepreneur getting legal money. I have a house, a car, a girlfriend, and children. And this is my first time in prison. So I'm in the Buffalo courthouse, this building right here. And directly across the street is the Erie County Holding Center. And they have to transfer me from the courthouse to the Erie County Holding Center. People in Buffalo recognize both of these buildings, and most of y'all know there's an underground tunnel that connects those two buildings. So they walked me all the way downstairs through a tunnel from the Buffalo courthouse across the street to the Erie County Holding Center. At this point, I'm not even scared. My mind is still processing what's happening. So I'm actually just trying to live in the moment and actually process what's going on and what's about to happen. So once we get to the point where we are through the tunnel and we are now in the holding center, they take me up to the point where I have to strip. And this is like any prison you go into, this is one of the most embarrassing and degrading parts of it. You have to strip asshole naked. So now I'm just butt naked in front of two COs. They tell me to run my fingers through my hair. I don't have any hair, so in my case, I had to run my fingers through my beard. Then they tell you, open your mouth, stick out your tongue, pull your top lip up, pull your bottom lip down. Then you got to turn around. They tell you, bend over and spread them. Then you have to cough. They want to make sure that you haven't boofed any contraband. For those of you that don't know, boofing is hiding contraband in your anus or tucking it tightly in your butt cheeks. During that process, they'll give you some boxers, some tube socks, the traditional orange jumpsuit, and some flip-flops. Next, they sent me right off to Essentials. Now, Essentials is where you get your pillow, your blankets, your toothbrush, your soap, your toothpaste, and things of that nature. Next, I was taken to the typical 6x9x12 cell with the bars. So now I'm just sitting in there, just regretting this whole situation. The only good part about it is there's a TV in the hallway where you can see, you can hear it, and that's your entertainment, just to kind of a little bit of escapism. Here's a picture of what it actually looks like on the inside. So I'm not clear how long I was in that cell for, but eventually they found a spot for me and they moved me to the pods. Now, the pods are like a big dormitory. There's a first floor and a second floor, and each pod has anywhere from 2 to 6 beds. So like I said, now I'm in the pods where you can move about the cabin freely. You can walk around and all that. I'm not in the cell with the bars. It's more like a dormitory style. so you can walk around. And as I previously stated, I'm not associated with a gang, with the neighborhood, or a religion. So basically, I'm in there by myself. And I know this, so I have to move carefully. I had realized at that point, it was very important for me to watch and listen to everything, but hear and see nothing. Those who get it, get it. So basically, you have to watch your surroundings. You have to be aware of what's going on at all times, because you never know if somebody's plotting on you or someone else that you're near. And like I said, you can get pulled into someone else's mess easily. Same thing, you have to listen so you can know what's going on. You hear somebody plotting on you or plotting on somebody else, but I said hear and see nothing. If somebody asks you, hey, did such and such tell you, or did you hear such and such say this? Oh, like, nah, man, I wasn't paying attention, or nah, I was watching TV, or nah, I didn't hear it. Just stay out of it. Mind your business. Like I said before, I wasn't associated with a gang or a certain neighborhood necessarily. I never claimed to be no gangster, but I'm definitely not no sucker. So at this point, I'm just watching how people move, because I need to get acclimated to this particular prison and how they move here. You got to learn the do's and don'ts. So always keep your ears and your eyes open.
Ain't no justice, just us.